got some questions we want to chat with you about Odyssey and their new drug to treat concussions acutely, basically immediately after impact, which is obviously a great resource for particularly football players, but of course, everybody and athletes of all kinds of contact and non-contact sports. You know, that stuff happens. So curious to hear your thoughts on some things. First of all, we want to know, having been affiliated with the NFL for so many years, can you tell us how concussions views have kind of changed over the years and how it affects player safety?
So I had a crisis of conscience back in the late 80s, early 90s, because players kept getting hit in the head. And when we would go then to doctors, they couldn't tell us how many was the magic number to start thinking about retirement. They couldn't tell us whether one led to another in close proximity. So I started holding concussion conferences, and we held the first one in 1994 and had Troy Aikman and Steve Young and Drew Bledsoe and Warren Moon sit and listen to neurologists. Well, finally, we did one where they were able to tell us that it seemed that 3 or more concussions occasioned an exponentially higher risk of Alzheimer's, premature senility, Parkinson's, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, and depression. So I called it a ticking time bomb in an undiagnosed health epidemic, and started to see if we could find a way to get into awareness, prevention, and cure. And one of the really promising technologies and nutraceutical or pharmaceutical that I saw was Jake Van Landingham's what now is Odyssey, a pill that, if given when a player is knocked out or partially concussed or concussed, can stop the brain from swelling so much, exacerbating all the different symptoms from concussion, get that player back into service quicker, and be able to minimize and reduce the consequences of the concussion. So had been looking for this for so long, and Dr. Van Landingham came up with it. And this Odyssey product offers the chance that a player who will utilize it doesn't have a severe and dire impact from concussion.